Hey guys, welcome back to Modern Mining. It's been almost a month since I did a video on Pi Network. I've still been hitting my button every single day and getting Pi mined on my phone every single day, but I also set up a node to get extra Pi rewards. Now this doesn't make as big of a difference for me because I've referred over 310 people, which is insane. But for you guys who may only have a couple referrals, running a Pi node might be a very good way to get more Pi every single day. Today's video is sponsored by Crypto Miner Bros, a reliable and highly trusted ASIC miner reseller. There are a couple huge benefits to buying from Crypto Miner Bros. The first is that the price on their website is the all-in price shipped to your door, no hidden fees. The second is that they have a massive selection of all the popular miners. My current favorite miner is the DG Home 1, which I got from Crypto Miner Bros. Don't forget to use code MODERN for $70 off each item regardless of price. Purchasing ASIC miners can be risky with tons of scams going around. Why not make it easy with Crypto Miner Bros? Check them out today with the link down below. So really quickly before I jump into how to set up this node, and trust me, it's very easy, I do want to quickly kind of discuss the progress of Pi. The price is down a little bit since the last time I talked about it and kind of what my thoughts are moving forward. So it is not a surprise to me that Pi is down. It is right now at the number 27 market cap, and back when it was like $2, that would have been like a top 10 coin basically, which is just a little too high in my opinion. Granted, it is a very cool widespread project, but to be that high, I did expect a little bit of a pullback, and unfortunately I do expect it to kind of continue pulling back. Now you may not like that, but let me kind of explain why. Basically, everybody is hitting this button and mining Pi on their phone. They're getting paid out. The vast majority of people are going to want to sell that into an asset that they can actually use, like dollars or something like that. And what that means is that there's a lot of sell pressure for Pi. And unfortunately, this isn't a just Pi problem. If we look at a lot of proof of work coins, especially GPU mineable coins over the past year or so, there's just been so much sell pressure from miners that the chart is always just a kind of slow drop down. And basically all GPU mineable coins look like this. And with Pi, having basically people getting this Pi every single day from mining, it has that same sell pressure. Granted, maybe not as much because you don't have to pay power costs to hit your button and mine Pi every day. So that's what I think is going to happen. I think it unfortunately is going to continue going down, but right now still at 90 cents. That is still a lot of money that you can make just hitting this button every single day, and that's pretty cool. So I do want to discuss how much money am I making off of my mining Pi. So I do want to discuss how much money I've made mining Pi and how much I'm making every single day off it. I think a lot of you guys find that interesting, and I don't do this to brag or anything, but just kind of give you guys an idea of what's possible. Obviously, it's going to be hard for a normal person to refer 310 people, but I think it's interesting for you guys to see that it's actually not even that great. So out of the 310 people I've referred, only 131 are actually mining at this very instance, which I only get benefited on how many people are actively mining. Now, if we continue looking on here, we can see that I'm getting a 0.22 Pi per hour, which is pretty nice. That's like 4 Pi a day, but it's actually not as good as it sounds for one specific reason I'll cover in a second. Now, if we look at my boosters here, security circle, this is just having 5 people in your security circle who are mining. This should be possible for basically everybody. Now, down here is the referral team. So you can see that I get 0.25 rewards per 131 people for a total of 32.75. And then what we're going to discuss in this video is the node bonus. So I'm getting an additional 1.58 kind of multiplier from my node, which is running on just an old junky laptop, no special hardware. So I'm going to show you guys how to set that up. Now, this is kind of cool because this is essentially like referring 6 extra people just by running a node. Since each person is 0.25, 1.58 would be the equivalent of 6 people. So like I mentioned, you guys might have trouble referring 131 people, but it's going to be a lot easier to get 6 people referred technically by running a node. Now, the last thing I wanted to discuss is my actual balance. So I do have 500 Pi, which is like $500. At the price a couple weeks ago, it would have been close to $1,000. But this is the big but here. I only have 2 Pi that's in my transferable balance, which is $2. Everything else is in my unverified balance, and that's because all the rewards that I get from you guys pressing the button every single day, if everyone doesn't do KYC, then I don't get the extra rewards of the pie that I mined unless that person KYC. So unless 300 people KYC, I'm not going to see anywhere close to 500 pie. So I'm not doing this to get rich by any means. I just thought it was cool, and it's pretty interesting that you could just hit a button and earn crypto and actually cash it out. Seemed too good to be true, but it has been true for a lot of people. So just to clarify that, I've only technically made $2 so far, nothing crazy. So with that, let's go ahead and get into how to run this node. So first thing you need to do is to go to minepi.com. I will have this link down below. Then you want to click on Windows here and go ahead and download the program. Next thing you want to do is download Docker. You can do this under a free plan, so do that as well. Okay, so once you run that little Pi app, I didn't even install Docker because I'm going to walk you guys downstairs and show you what it actually looks like when it's up and running. But once you install the Pi app, this is what it's going to look like, and you need to input this code into your phone app to actually link your node to your app account. And how this works is if you go into the settings up here in the top left and then hit node, you can see right here, this is where you would input this code. I'm going to block out my code, but that's how you would do it, and then you basically have linked your node to your app. So with that is basically as easy as it is. You also need to run Docker before you run your Pi app, but let's go downstairs and I'll show you guys my node and how it's been running and what it looks like when it's actually up and going. All right, so we are now in my crypto mining garage. If you haven't seen this before, or you're a new viewer coming from Pi only videos, stick around a little bit, check out my channel. I try to make it pretty entry level to where it's interesting to everyone, not just people who have huge crypto mining setups in their garage. So let's go ahead and take a look at what I got up here. GPUs for mining, ASICs for mining, some D-pin devices, a little nice Bitcoin price tracker, 88K, not too bad. And then up here, we had this junky old Dell laptop, and this is actually my Pi node. So this is what I mean when I say that basically anyone can run these nodes. It really isn't that hard. So basically right here, you can see that I have the node running, and this actually says your computer is not running the blockchain, but I'm pretty sure this is just a visual bug because as you guys saw in the app, I am getting the rewards. So let's go ahead and close this and I'll show you just kind of how it would normally work. So you want to run your Docker container right here. There we go. I was able to fix some of that glare. So you can see this Pi network right here is going to automatically pop up. So basically you just run your Docker and then you run your Pi network app, and hopefully this should work okay. So if we go to Pi node, then there we can see it is already up and running, and now it does say your computer is running the blockchain, and it's got the block number saying that we are in sync. So when you first set this up, it's going to take a while to get caught up to the current block, but after that, you basically just leave this thing up and running. So if you guys have an old laptop, that would be perfect to run one of these. The only thing you need to do is basically go into settings here and make sure that you make it so it doesn't power off after a certain amount of time. You do that just by going into power settings, basically. So pretty cool. Definitely not a way to earn like a crazy amount of Pi, but if you're trying to just maximize how much you are earning, then this is definitely a good way to do it. And you can just leave that to run basically as long as you want. So I just basically wanted to highlight that you don't need any crazy hardware to run one of these things. It really is pretty simple. Download 2 apps. Then you just need a little computer to sit and run all day. So really not bad, and it's fun to kind of get your feet wet into crypto nodes and stuff like that. So that's it for this video. Nice and short one, guys. If you want to learn how you can maybe make some additional money on your Pi with trading bots, check out this video I did on them. I was getting a pretty high % APR, but I did end up closing that bot, just full disclosure, because I saw the price was going to crash a little bit. So check it out. I'll see you guys next time, and thanks for watching Modern Mining.